If you have a mortgage or you're planning for one, it's helpful to understand what your payment covers and how much interest you'll pay over time. This tutorial walks you through the mortgage calculator on the RHN website. It's a Canadian calculator that estimates your mortgage payments, shows total payments versus total interest, and can generate an amortization schedule either by year or by period. It also lets you explore the impact of principal prepayments. We'll cover what to enter, what the results mean, and how to use them as a starting point. This tool is for education only. This is not mortgage, tax, or financial advice. For advice tailored to your situation, talk to a qualified professional. Let's get started. Open the calculator from the RHN website. You'll see the title Mortgage Calculator Canadian and the Mortgage Loan Calculator interface. Keep the page's disclaimer in mind. The calculator is a self-help tool. It's not meant to replace personalized advice from a mortgage professional, accountant, or financial advisor. Work through the loan information from top to bottom. Some fields show a slider and some use a drop-down. Mortgage amount. Enter the mortgage principal, the amount you're borrowing. You can type a number or use the slider. Mortgage amortization. Choose the total amortization period, how long it would take to pay off the mortgage if you keep the same payment schedule. For example, 25 years. You can use the drop-down or slider. Mortgage term. Choose the term length, how long your current rate and mortgage contract period lasts before renewal. For example, 5 years. This matters because the report will show your balance at the end of the term. Payment type. Choose how often you make payments, such as monthly. Changing the payment frequency will change the payment amount. Interest rate. Enter the annual interest rate you want to model as a percentage. The calculator will use this rate for the schedule it generates. Mortgage payment. After you've entered your details, the calculator will display your estimated mortgage payment. Report amortization. Choose how detailed you want the amortization schedule in the report. You can select annually for a year-by-year summary or by period for a more detailed schedule. Below loan information, you'll see a prepayment section. If you're planning extra payments towards principal, this is where you would model them. In our example, prepayments are set to none. You'll notice that as you update values, the results update in real time. Below the inputs, you'll see a quick summary of total payments and total interest for the mortgage based on the assumption you entered. You'll also see a chart that breaks the total into two parts, principal and interest. This is a useful way to see how much of the total cost is interest over the full amortization. For the full details, click View Report. At the top of the report, you'll see a sentence summarizing the payments and amortization. For example, your payment is amount for years. You'll also see a note that the results assume the interest rate does not change during the amortization period. The report repeats the principal versus interest chart and then shows a mortgage summary table. Look for your loan amount, your amortization, your interest rate, your payment, your total of payments, and total interest paid, your balance at the end of the mortgage, for example, the balance at the end of a 5-year term. Next is prepayment results, which explains that principal prepayments can save interest and shorten the time it takes to pay off the mortgage, assuming the interest rate does not change. The prepayment summary table will show details when prepayments are entered. In this example, it shows none. Finally, you'll see the payment schedule table. This lays out the schedule year by year with columns like total payments, principal paid, interest paid, and the ending principal balance. Use this to understand how your balance changes over time and how much interest you pay each year. You can print the report or click Hide Report to return to the calculator. Try changing one input at a time, like the interest rate, the amortization, or the payment frequency, and watch the totals and chart change. Small changes can have a big impact on the total interest paid. This calculator is a starting point. It uses the assumptions you enter, and real life can include changing rates, fees, taxes, and other costs. The results are not a guarantee. If you're making a decision about buying a home, refinancing, or budgeting for a mortgage, use this tool as a way to ask better questions and then confirm your options with qualified professionals. If you're in BC or the Okanagan and want tax or financial guidance connected to home ownership, like budgeting, affordability, or planning around major life changes, contact RHN CPA. Thanks for watching. For more calculator tutorials and real estate content, check the links below and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.